let's start it. It is time. And for today, a YogaLates class, meaning that we flow and we have our yoga, and yes, we'll do our sun salutations, but we also work a little bit more of the foundations of Pilates, bringing some more strength. We'll start onto our backs. So when you're ready, get nice and cozy. And for today, we'll bring the feet kind of wide to the edges of the mat and let your knees tumble together. And then bring your arms wherever you like them, beside you, overhead, or maybe onto the belly and the chest to connect a little deeper with the breath. I'm really starting very yoga here. And close the eyes. And just noticing if any places in your body are feeling particularly tight right now. And think about the obvious places such as our jaw and our brows, or maybe the shoulders and the fingers. Just take a moment to bring a little softness there. Through a little shaking out, a little movement, or just that kind of awareness. And then from there on out, we shift our awareness to the breath. See if you can really send the breath all the way into the belly. So coming into the chest on the inhale, and rising into the belly. And then exhale again, let it fall through both. So the breath travels a little longer and a little lower, becoming more spacious. And such a nice little nourishing flow and movement throughout the whole of the torso. Last but not least, that little moment of stillness to let go of your day, to get into your body. Might I repeat, our body is what we're getting into, not our mind. So letting go of everything that is not right here, right now. More breath. Let the breath and the body take your entire focus. And after that third breath, just walk the feet hip width apart. And still the knees are bent here. Lift the right leg up to the ceiling. Flex the toes, and if you can, interlace the fingers behind the hamstring. If it doesn't feel quite possible, that's okay. Work the strength of the leg. And initially here, really start to push the leg into the fingers. So you push the leg forward. Again, you can absolutely do this as well. Nice, strong, straight legs. You push the leg forward without the hands. But otherwise, if you have that 10-finger to interlace grip, really push the leg forward into the hand, like you're about to try and release it here. Good, pushing and pushing for 3 more seconds. And after that final second, we pull the leg in. So momentarily we've confused the body and the brain. And that hopefully most of the time results in that we can stretch the leg a little further, but still in a nice and safe way. Last breath here, where we pull the leg in just that little bit more. And then we bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And so we're in our figure 4 shape here. Interlace the fingers right behind your head. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we come up. We try and bring the left elbow to the right knee, but then be mindful, do not bring the knee to the elbow. So slowly coming all the way down, repeating this a few times in your own breath. Reach and lift. And so our mind really wants to bring the knee to the elbow because we get to touch it and we don't have to lift so high. But instead, can you push that knee away? Feel the hip open as well. Best thing about bringing yoga and Pilates together is that we just get to work strength a little better as we flow and find that flexibility. Nice. Last one or two. See at your own pace how fast or slow you're going, and that's both absolutely fine. And then you come up and reach and hold. You might even reach your two hands past that right knee or even push into the knee as you lift a little higher. And then slowly coming all the way down, right foot to the floor, left leg up to the ceiling. Again, where possible, interlace those fingers behind the left hamstring and then push the leg forward into the hands. Like it should be quite a bit of effort here to almost hold the leg still without it breaking free. So push strength into it. Really get the muscles to activate. Push, 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 nice and straight leg for 3. Flex those toes. Push, push, push for 2. And 1, and then pull it in. Never any sharpness, because then we've simply gone too fast, too far. But you should definitely, in that kind of, I always hold at the belly of the hamstring, that middle bit, you should feel a good stretch. One final round of breath here. And then slowly we bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Same thing, other side. Interlace the fingers, push that knee away from you as you come up and try and reach the knee with that right elbow. Very normal that you actually can't touch it. I'd rather have you not touch it and be more true into that lift. So the right shoulder should be lifting higher than the left shoulder. Hopefully you can get your scapula off the floor. At least we're working towards that. So if it's not quite happening, that's okay. We'll take about 2 more or so here before we take that little hold. Good, it's coming up. Whenever you're ready, staying up and hold. Really reach that right elbow to the knee, push that knee away. Maybe reach the hands past the knee or maybe press it into the knee, lift higher. Really off that right shoulder. Press, 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 lift, lift, lift. And shoulders down, head down. Let's take a little bridge here. Step the feet hip width apart, the arms beside you, and lift those hips up. Glutes are working together. Nice way to kind of find some mobilization into the spine as well. Take another big breath in. And then slowly coming all the way down. Guys, option number 1. You hug the knees into your chest and you rock back and forth. And then try every time you come to rock up, you sit up and really lengthen the spine. Option number 2, legs come forward, hands come up, and looking up and forward as you roll and sit yourself up. A little stronger this one, but if there's any kind of slipped discs or any lower back issues, it is not always good to go with this one. So then feel free to rock and roll up into those little teaser roll-ups and sit-ups. We'll just take about 2 more rounds here. See if you can find that articulation through the spine if you're taking these ones, the second option. And then the last one coming all the way up. Good. From there on out, set your feet down to the floor. And let's come and hang upside down at the top of our mat. So head is heavy, shake up some tension. You might grab elbows as always, you might touch the floor. And please be kind on those hamstrings in the lower back by giving it a nice little bend through the knees here. Good. Often enough, we kind of want to straighten those legs and we end up with a sore back. So it's definitely not worth it, right? Really shake out your head. Let your day kind of pour out. Yeah. And then when you're ready, take an inhale as we roll up nice and slowly. Now you might find in this class as well, because we're combining our yoga and our Pilates, that every now and then the breath might be a tiny bit different than that you're used to with a yoga class. Just because sometimes when we're using strength, it's nice to take an exhale. So just listen out for the little breath cues. And we'll start with our sun salutations like we do with yoga. So inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Look up to the sky. Can you grow tall and use those abdomen? And then exhale, bend through the knees, forehead to your knees, fingertips touch the floor. Bend your knees, yeah? Yes. Inhale, press maybe those fingertips into the shins. Can you also hug the shoulder scapula, back muscles and belly engaged, flat back. And then stepping into our high plank. First round, let's take the knees down, take an inhale here, and then exhale, take it lower. Elbows come in as you descend. This is called your chaturanga. Take your little back bend here, cobra pose. Can you hug the shoulders more to the back, but squeeze those elbows in as well. Toenails are down. Downward facing dog to come back to. Just one breath in. And one breath out. Lift your sit bones high. And then inhale, look forward. Right foot steps forward. Left foot steps forward. Halfway lift. Breath in. Exhale, fold. Forehead to knees. Inhale to rise and stand tall. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Lots of muscles at work here. Lots of space and length. Exhale, step back into plank. Shifting forward or come to the knees. Elbows brush the side body as we lower down. Inhale, cobra again. Shoulders down and back. Squeeze those elbows in. And exhale again. Downward facing dog. Maybe ground the heels more, but let's make sure that we know you don't have to touch the heels. And then inhale, look forward, left foot steps forward, then the right. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, tall. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back. Some of you guys might be flowing back. Otherwise, inhale to lengthen forward and exhale to come down. Good. Inhale, press those shoulders back. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Good. Let's stay here for 3 breaths this time. Sit the hips higher and the shoulders to lift higher too. Belly really comes in, that Uddiyana Bandha. That means the navel into the spine and drawing up. See if you can press a little bit more into all 10 fingers, including the thumb and index finger and that gap in between. Press it into the mat. Bring your feet a little closer to each other. Lift the right leg up, big breath in. And then exhale, knee to nose. Round through the spine, come nice and far forward. Just one more time. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, round and curl to step. So quietly. So we're using that strength, right? Rising up when you're ready. High lunge. So relax the shoulders for a moment. Lift the back heel a little higher. Squeeze the glutes. Another full round of breath here. And then take another inhale just to set up. To exhale, straighten the back leg, reach forward, and bring the arms beside you for arrowhead. So our spine needs to be nice and long here. Lift your back heel a little higher. Basically everything needs to be screening here. Lots of muscles being used. And we're not falling onto the thigh. The belly's just a little bit off. When you're ready here, breathe. Interlace the fingers behind you. And let's go and fly. Meaning that left leg might jump 1 or 2 times in and then lift it off the mat. Left leg lifts as high as it goes with square hips. Stretch the arms behind you. Lift your hands a little off the glutes. Hold and breathe here. Looking down to the right foot, bring the hands down. And inhale to keep the left leg nice and high. And then an exhale, bring both knees to lower. Like you're a tiny little seat here. Inhale, lift it up. 2 legs straight. Exhale, 2 knees bend. Hug them low together. A few rounds in your own breath. And feel the right glute really start to work here. Let's take 1 or 2 more, depends on how quickly or not you're moving. And then stepping that left foot all the way back. Hands come down. Inhale, knees down or shift forward. And exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, bring the shoulders down and back. And exhale from here on out, curl the toes. Lift the knees, the thighs, look at the floor. Squeeze the belly in and take a big exhale, press up, high plank. To downward facing dog. Little different. Another big breath in. And a little big breath out. Left leg to lift, inhale. And then exhale, tiger curl. Come forward, touch the knee and the chest if you can. 1 more, inhale, send it back. Exhale, come forward and slowly step it forward. Then when you're ready, come up, crescent lunge, arms rise. A moment to breathe, to be still, but also to find that drishti, that stare and that focus, so we can balance better. Inhale, stay. Exhale, straighten the back leg, really lift the back heel higher, arrowhead. Sitting low, powerful through the legs and the hips. Lift the belly a little off the thighs, widen the chest. Breathe through the pain, 1 more full round of breath. Interlacing the fingers behind you, 1 big jump or a hop, hop, hop into your flight. Hips stay square. Softness into the left knee, even though it's straight, we're not hyperextending in any joint. Lift the leg higher if you can. 1 more round of breath, lift the hands higher if you can. And then looking down, hands down. Lift the right leg higher, breath in. 2 knees bend, breath out. Lift, inhale. 2 knees deeply bent. Exhale, and this can really be done from those fingertips. So I don't want any flat hands onto the floor. Get light. And even better, over time, we're working on not using our hands here. So we're really using that glute strength. Last round. Step that right foot back, hands down. Breath in, high plank, knees down or shift forward, lower down. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, dog. 2 breaths, inhale. Maybe a little sigh, exhale. 1 more full round of breath. Feet come a little closer together. Right leg to lift, inhale. Exhale, straight away to step. Back foot goes flat, heel to heel alignment, back foot 45. That means we'll come up to warrior 2. So big breath in, make sure the feet are aligned, rise up. And a big breath out, warrior 2 to land. Get nice and low as we're working that strength. So why not? Another full round of breath here. And we'll find some movement here. Inhale, reverse the right hand back. The left hand forward, work those obliques, and exhale, bring it forward. Right hand forward, left hand over. 2 more rounds. Inhale, can you sit lower through the legs? Can be canine style arms, exhale forward. Last one already. Inhale, reach the right hand back, and exhale, hands down. Good. Inhale, come to a high plank. Cross the right ankle over the left. Or keep it up as you try and come down to that chaturanga. Inhale, shoulders back. And exhale, dog. Wasn't that fun? Left leg up, breath in. Exhale, step it forward. Back foot flat. Check your alignment. Rise, inhale. Open, warrior 2, exhale. Looking over that left middle finger, tall spine, ideally nice and parallel to the front thigh. When you're ready, let's do it again. Reverse, right hand forward, left hand up. Exhale, find this length, but also this strength through the obliques. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Last one to go back, sit low. Exhale, cartwheel those hands. High plank, either cross or lift as you go forward and lower down. Back bend, breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Combining those 2 little dances. Right leg to lift, inhale. Tiger curl, exhale. To reach up, inhale. To step forward quietly, exhale. Rise up, crescent lunge, inhale. To arrowhead, arms beside you, exhale. Inhale, fly. And exhale, hands down, bend your 2 knees. Inhale, straighten the leg back. See if you can come up and step it back. Warrior 2. Reverse, inhale. And exhale, cartwheel the hands. High plank, right leg back, or on the other ankle, or of course knees down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. One more time, left leg up, inhale. Exhale, round, stay with me. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step. Good, take the inhale to come up. The exhale, arrowhead. Interlacing, inhale, fly. Exhale, hands down, curl. Lift the right leg, straighten the legs. Inhale, come off the floor. Soft through the knee as you step back. Exhale, warrior 2. Reverse, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel and flow. Your way, and that's still okay to come to the knees. Inhale, find the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good work. Inhale, come forward to high plank. And slowly lower it down. So come to lie towards the right side. So that means you're on the left side. And slowly here you can just let your head rest down. The bottom knee can be bent. Top leg nice and straight. Flex those toes and lift your leg in line with your body. So like a pencil, up and down. Flex the toes. So back to your knee or to your face, easy to think. Have a look as well, that's the ankle bone going up, and rather than the toes going up. Just kind of, for that reason, not activating the glutes very much. Lifting and lower, lifting and lower. You can also have your head fully resting onto your arm here, so just get nice and comfortable through the upper body. Just do this for about 6 more times. Hopefully starting to feel that glute work for us. We'll take 2 more. As high as you can, all the way down. 1 more. Bring it halfway down, so at least at hip height. Then bring the leg forward so you can see your toes. You bring your big toe down to the floor and your heel up to the ceiling, so we have an internal rotation. Touch the big toe down off your mat to the floor, the heel up. 10 of these. Down and up. This should really hurt a little. Or just be really brutal, let's be honest. Good. 5 more. Lift and lower. Big toe down, heel up. Keep that internal rotation. 4. 3. Never gets easier. This. 2. and 1. Last little bit of work, guys. Bring the leg back through center, point the toes right to the back of your mat. Teeny, tiny little circles. Long leg. Last bit of work, reverse your circles. It could be other way around. It's small, it's lifted, it's not falling to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Let the leg fall down, leg is straight. Now that arm that is either supporting your head, whether it's hand supporting or your arm, bring that around the waistline. That's your left hand. The right hand comes down to the floor. And we'll take our single arm push-ups here, which means we push through the right arm off the floor as your top hand and slowly coming down. Try and extend the arm, but if it's not working, then that's okay. Pushing and coming up. And I even feel my obliques work here, so that's nice. Let's do 5 more here. Press. Exhales to press, because again, we need that strength to come off the floor. Let's do 1 more here. And then before you come down, take little pulses halfway. Let that bottom elbow not touch the floor. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bottom elbow can come down, 2 knees on top of each other. So you're kind of like with the knees bent into your side. Keep the lower body as it is and the knees bent, but bring 2 hands back to the front of your mat. So we spin our body to the front of our mat. Hands go nice and wide, walk the hands in a little bit, push-ups. And it makes it straight away very different into a push-up because our lower body is still in our side plank. Maybe you can go lower, maybe you cannot. Maybe left hand needs to be a little higher than the right. That's okay. Breathe. 5 more. Work always within your own range. 4. 3 more. Nice and wide with the elbows for this one. 2 more. And then of course those pulses, that's so Pilates. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie onto your stomach. Good. Interlace the fingers right behind you. Reach the body and the hands up. Maybe the legs up as well. Stretch it out. Work those back muscles. Lift, 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 lift. Keep the legs up. Reach the arms forward. And swim it out for 10, 9, 8. Everything out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Right underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, lift the knees, lift the thighs, lift the belly, press up high plank to downward facing dog. Good. I'll quickly turn around so I can keep facing your way. You stay there, taking shifting forward and then lowering down onto your belly. And then simply lie onto your right side. Good. There we go. Straight top leg. Bottom knee can be bent. Zip up through those lower abs. Flex the toes. Lift and lower. Hips are stacking. Ankle bone is lifting, not the toes. Find your range. And it really doesn't matter what it looks like from my point of view or what you think it should look like. Really just do your very best to engage the glutes, flexing those toes, and work your biggest range. Up and down, up and down. Often our mind kind of wants to not do this because I know it hurts now after doing the first round. 4 more. Straight leg, tighter is lighter. Last one, come back up, hip level. Draw the toes forward so you can nearly touch them. Big toe to the floor. Heel up to the ceiling. Up and down. Up and down. So it's off your mat. Really make sure it's on the floor, no longer on the mat. Toe goes down, heel lifts up. 6 more. Go higher if you can. 2 more. 1 more. Point the toes back in line. Super straight like a little pencil. Tiny circles. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Do what you want with the left arm. And change it around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg straight, but let it rest on the floor. Right arm, give yourself a nice big hug around the ribs. Left arm, push up arm. In line kind of with the shoulder and the chest rather than your face. Pushing up and coming down. Left hand being push up arm. Just always nice to hear that again, just in case you got confused. Often when we do strength work, the brain kind of quits. Or maybe that's just me. Good, 5 more. Try and straighten, so get into the triceps, feel it work. You can kind of poke it as you go about it. Last one. And before we come down, the dreadful pulses. Little pulse and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees touch. Hands go wide to the top of your mat. There we go. Wide arm push-ups. Good. Don't have your hands too far away from you. Not very nice for the shoulders. Nice and wide with the elbows. Work however low you can go, as long as nothing's sharp or painful. 5 more. And 4. Last 3. Last 2. Come halfway. Last 1. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come onto your belly. Touch the temples of your head. Elbows go wide. Keep your legs down. And then lift. Squeeze your shoulder scapula together. And lower slowly. 4 more. Lift, squeeze. And come back. 3. You squeeze the shoulder scapula together like you're cracking a knot. And the last one. Up and squeeze. Hands underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes. 1 more time. Lift the knees, the thighs. Squeeze the elbows in. Lift the belly. Take a big breath out. Plank to your downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, step or a little jump. Halfway, lift your breath in. Come back to a flow of yoga. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe feel different on the back of the legs. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway, lift, breath in. Long spine. Don't make any shortcuts. Exhale, step back or jump back into your low plank. Inhale to the back bend. Exhale to dog. 2 more. Inhale, look forward. Step or jump. Quietly. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise, breath in. Wash out the strength work. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, knees down, shift forward. Whatever you need to do, exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Last one, breath in, look forward. Step or jump. Inhale, look forward, lengthen more. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step. And if you're jumping, guys, always into chaturanga. Inhale, back bend, straight arm plank jumps. Not so good for the elbows. Exhale, dog. 3 breaths. Once again, try and pedal those heels down more, lift the sit bones higher. Maybe a little bit more heat. That's giving you a little bit more length. 1 more breath. And then inhale, look forward and jump to the outer edges of the hands. Malasana, yogi squat. Push the knees wide, the spine straight. see if you can sit here. My toes are off the mat. My heels are on the mat, so it is quite wide. I find it important that the spine is straight. If you need to sit higher, you sit higher, that's okay. Can we take about 5 seconds to come to stand? So activate the lower abs, the Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, so from the pelvic floor, navel into the spine, that lift, that energy, and then come up 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the feet closer to each other. Nice tree pose to calm down. Right sole of the foot into the right calf, or maybe all the way up into the thigh. Never on the inside of the knees, please. And for today, either hands together to calm, because we're nearly on the floor, or elbows or hands grabbing behind you for a shoulder opening. Chin is up. Stand tall. Maybe take a sigh. Right knee comes forward, stalk. Bend through the left knee. Maybe hands come back forward for our figure four, standing. Sit the hips back and feel the stretch through the glutes as we're still working that strength through the left hip. Long spine. Big breath. Last one. Stay low through the legs. Stay lengthening forward with the body, but bring your 2 feet together. You're in chair pose now. Shift the weight into the heels. Keep the spine long. We'll take an inhale for more length. And twist to the right side. Try and lift your belly up your thighs. It is short, so why not sit a little lower? Look up, twist more. Come all the way to stand up. Look up, reach up like you've just woken up. Samastitihi, hands together from the center of chest. Tree pose, left side. Lift the left foot into the calf inside or the inner thigh. Stand tall. Take your arm variation, the one you prefer, or a different one than the first side. This is something that we can actually change up. Calm, cooling, and grounding. Left knee comes up, forward stall pose. Bend through the right leg, left ankle on top of right thigh, sit back. Feel the hip, and if your foot is sliding, lift it higher, don't let it touch the kneecap. Weight is all in the heel, on the right toes to be light. And to breathe as we lengthen the chest forward over the shin. Look at the floor, forward in front of your mat. One more big breath. Keep that strength. Keep the body leaning forward, 2 feet together. Weight into the heels, take another big breath in to reset. And then twist towards the left side, right elbow touches. Lift when you're ready. 2 knees in line, hips as low as they go, looking up, twisting more. Rise, inhale. Reach the arms tall and long. Big swan dive, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Good, downward facing dog, exhale. Half pigeon here, right leg to lift, inhale. Bring the right knee to the right side of your mat. Bring the shin as much forward as you can, but don't be bothered, it does not need to be square. Drag the left leg back, square up the hips, that is important. Staying up, coming down, your choice. Maybe you need a bit of height. Use those 2 fists. Maybe you have a pillow. Maybe you're comfortable to go all the way down. Really getting into yoga here. So relax the breath.
Relax the shoulders, the jaw. And then trying to commit to stillness. No strength required, just the muscles pulling heavy. For another minute and a half, so we've been here for 2 minutes in total. Listening again to maybe sounds around you, or being present with the body and the breath, and then softening into what is right here. Shoulders and jaw, soften them once again. 3 more breaths, slow breath. After your third breath, hands come to the shoulders, and just slowly, slowly, slowly make your way out to down dog. Just a moment of stillness, no rush. Left side and left knee to the left side of your mat. Shin parallel-ish. Drag the right leg back to square up those hips. Inhale always. To exhale, lower, and that can easily be in stages. You don't have to fall straight down and be in misery there. Give yourself the height, the length, and the breath to soften. Last 3 full breaths, nice and slow. And after that, back into the hands. But the right leg comes all the way forward. You can take a moment here to kind of like wiggle or sway, loosen that up. Good, from there on out, we bring the heels down to the floor, toes are kind of light and up. Grab your knees and round down to the spine. Good. And so with this rounding here, I want your abs to find that contraction, the ribs and the hips squeeze together, and you have that brace off the belly. You reach the arms forward, you take a little lower, a little lift, then reach the biceps up to the ears and bring them down. Bring the hands into your chest and rotate to the right, rotate to the left. 4 more rounds, arms forward, you go down a little, up a little, arms up, arms down, hands to chest, rotate, rotate. 3 more in your own breath. Squeeze the belly in. Let it tremble and shake. Stay at your lowest point throughout these 3 exercises. Last one for me. And then lower down. If you are done, and when you're on your back, hug the knees into your chest, little circles. Sense of accomplishment, that is done. Let's take another bridge pose just to stretch out the abdominal wall. So take the feet to the floor, proper yoga one. So heels nice and close into your butt. You should be able to feel them with the middle fingernails ideally. And palms to the floor beside your body. And then take an inhale to rise. Okay. You might interlace the fingers underneath you or give yourself a little push through the hands. A big breath in here, and then slowly come down. Back to how it all started. Widen the feet to the edges of the mat. Knees come together, hands wherever you like. Almost. I love at the end of class that we kind of know what we're longing for, right? Maybe you're like, please let it be finished, please let it be finished. Let yourself come into Savasana if that's you. Maybe you feel like you want another little hip opening, such as a happy baby, or a shoulder stand, or a spine twist. So do something that you know you would love right now. I'll give you 1 minute, and if you do something that requires 2 sides, such as the spine twist, then I'll let you know when to change sides. It's definitely warm enough, so if you even want to take an arm balance or an inversion, you are more than welcome to do this here too. So if you have done something that requires 2 sides, or if you simply want to change, do it now. Last couple of breaths. And slowly come from wherever you're coming from. Maybe you need a little hug, or maybe you're just ready to slide into that final Savasana, but take your time. Ensuring you can get as comfortable as possible. Shoulders down, shoulders scapula kind of nestle together, and so does the tailbone. Glutes take up some space. And again, if it's a little bit colder in your room, in your house, in your space, then maybe grab a blanket or a cardigan. Just don't let temperature take you out of this beautiful stillness. Whenever you have found your place into that last asana or savasana, and you take that big sigh to fully surrender, and to fully commit to the stillness here. Just together as a group, we'll take 3 minutes here. Will leave you right here in stillness with gratitude